Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to film a video showing you what's in my everyday makeup bag. So as much as I am a beauty lover, when it comes to my everyday makeup, I like to keep things super simple. I'm one of those people that would much rather have an extra 5 minutes in bed than spend an extra 5 minutes in the morning doing my makeup. So I like to keep things really minimal, and I like to use products that I know are really easy to apply and that are going to last me the whole day. So this is my makeup bag. It's where I tend to keep the makeup that I use on a daily basis, and occasionally I do change things around depending on what I'm really loving at the moment, but generally speaking it usually contains the same amount of the same sort of makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first item. I'm actually wearing pretty much everything that's in this bag today well, it's what I used for this makeup look, minus foundation, because at the moment I've got a little bit of fake tan on, so and I've also applied it on my face, so I'm not wearing any foundation. But in this makeup bag I have actually included a couple of foundations that I have been loving, and when I'm not tanned, it's what I would use every day. So I've decided I'm going to start in the order of how I would normally apply them. So I'm going to start off with my concealer. And one concealer that I have repurchased over and over again is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. You have probably seen this before because a lot of YouTubers do really love this concealer. It really works for me. I find it really easy to apply and it lasts me the whole day. The only thing I don't like about this concealer is that although it comes with a pump, which is normally quite a good thing, I don't like that you get quite a lot of product that comes out, and it can be a little annoying because I do find that I waste half of the product that comes out. I don't really apply lots of concealer. I just tend to apply it just under my eyes, and if I ever have like a few spots that I want to cover up. But generally speaking, I end up wasting half the product that sort of that comes out from one pump. So which does mean that I would get through these quite quickly. But yeah, on the whole, I like it. It's long lasting and it just does what I want it to do. Also, for anybody that's interested, I have this in the shade NC20. It works really well at the moment because I have a little bit of a tan. However, I do think that when I am really pale, especially in the winter, this shade can be a little bit dark for me. So the next item I'm going to show you is the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. Now the reason I'm showing you guys this next is because I actually, I've had this palette for quite some time, and all I've done, I just repurchased the shades that I want when I run out. But I find that my eyes are becoming really sensitive, and for some reason there must be something in eyeshadows that really does irritate my eyes. But I find that if I use these shades on my eyelids, I don't have any reactions. So what I like to do after I have applied my concealer, I use this shade here in the middle, and I use it to sort of prep, like as a base on my eyelids. And then I usually go into with this shade here, and I apply it just a little bit in the sort of corners of my eyes. As you can see, I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but I have done that today, and that's what I tend to do every day. And yeah, like I said, at weekends, if I'm going out somewhere, if I want to do something a little bit more fancy, then I will use sort of Morphe eyeshadow palettes or other eyeshadow palettes that I have. However, as this is an everyday makeup bag, this is what I use every day as an eyeshadow as well as a contour. So, like I said, next, this is what I would do. So I would put this on my eyelids, and this one here as well. Once I have applied my eyeshadow, the next thing that I do is I do my eyeliner. Now I've got two because I want to show you the two eyeliners that I always use, and it's the Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner. I have been using this eyeliner since I was about 14, 15, and the original packaging was this one here. And this is sort of what I have left over from, I tend to sort of buy these in bulk when I happen to be in Boots. So I still have this one, and I believe that they have now replaced it with this one here. It's got the sort of pink, little pink packaging on it. And I must say, however, that one thing that I have noticed is that this new one tends to dry up a lot sooner. I don't know what it is, and I also found that this, the older one was slightly, was more of an intense black. Now it might just be me thinking that it's just a new formula, I don't know. I'm not loving the new one as much as I liked the old one, but either way, this is what they have replaced it with, so I'm going to have to live with this one now. So as I said, I do my eyeshadow and then I use those eyeliners to create sort of winged eyeliner. It doesn't always come out the same every day, but I do have a technique that I do use to create my wing liner, and I will probably do a video one day showing you guys how I like to do it. Some days it comes out much better than others. I think that today was quite a, turned out quite well. It's a good day really. Sometimes they do screw up a little bit. So normally, as I said, today I'm not wearing foundation, but normally if I am wearing foundation, this is when I would go on to apply my foundation. Now in this makeup bag, I have included two foundations that I have really been loving. So the first one is the MAC Pro Long Wear foundation. This is in shade NW15. I have really liked this foundation. I find that it lasts the whole day, and it generally is really easy to apply, and it's really buildable. So I like that if I just want to have a more natural look, I can just apply a small amount, or if I want to use it as on a weekend, if I'm going out somewhere, I can just apply more and it gives me more of a full coverage. I can't really judge what the pump is like because I don't use the pump. The way I use it is I just open it up, and I just put a tiny bit on the back of my hand, and then I just apply more if I feel that I want more. But yeah, I do really love this foundation, and I have repurchased it over and over again. The other foundation that I do really love is the Marc Jacobs foundation. This is definitely a full coverage foundation. Now let me tell you, this foundation will not budge. It will stay on your face the whole day. It covers up all imperfections, and it really is more of an evening foundation, or perhaps if you're going out the whole day, it's really good. Having said that, it's definitely, because it's so full coverage, if you want to have a natural look, it's probably not the right foundation for you. It does also dry up very quickly, and it dries up very matte. So unless you're there ready to blend it in straight away, you will be able to tell where you have applied it. The one thing that I don't like about this foundation is that it does tend to sort of sit into the fine lines. So I always, by the end of the day, will have lines along here, which I really dislike. So what I tend to do when I wear this foundation is just throughout the day, I tend to either powder over it or just dab it and make sure that it stays blended in. But apart from that, it is a really good foundation. It is really long lasting, and it doesn't break me out. So despite it being full coverage, I think that it is really good. So next I would normally do my eyebrows, and at the moment I'm using a sample of the Benefit KA Brow. I do really like this. I find it's really easy to apply. It's got, on one end it's got the actual brow product, and then at this end it's got sort of a small brush, and it's really easy to apply, and I do really love it. And yeah, I would probably repurchase this. I also find that if I touch my eyebrows, which is something that I do tend to do throughout the day, it doesn't really come out. Sorry, I'm dropping my things. And it's just generally long lasting, and like I said, for every day it's easy to apply, and can't really go wrong with it. So the next item is mascara. Now this is one of the items that I tend to sort of change because I'm always on the lookout for a better mascara on the market. At the moment I'm really loving this one. It's the Lancome Monsieur Big. It's a really good mascara. For anybody that knows me, you will know the bigger the lashes, the better for me. I love long lashes, and I'm always seeking mascaras that will give me sort of long lashes and also with some volume. I have got some favourites which I can share in a separate video because I won't bore you at the moment, but there are also a few more that I would like to try. But at the moment, like I said, this is the one I'm using, and I am really loving it. It's up there in the top 5 favourites mascaras that I have tried. And as you can see, it does give me some length. In terms of volume, it does give me volume as well. I've only done 1 coat of it today, but I know that if I was to apply more, it would definitely give me a lot more volume. But every day, if I'm going to work or if I'm quickly popping out, I will just tend to apply 1 coat of it, and this is really good because I feel that for 1 coat it still gives me quite a lot of volume and definitely gives me a lot of length. So this is probably a cult product, I would say. So when I wear foundation, what I would do at this stage is do my contour, or more of a bronzing, because I still haven't mastered the contouring technique. And for this I would use the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I would normally, depending on what I'm doing, I would normally just use the middle shade. However, if I'm going out or if I want a bit more of a OTT makeup, I will use the other shades. I find that this really works for me. It lasts me throughout the day, and it's just a product that I really love. It's really easy to apply, and I think if you're somebody that doesn't like to spend hours and hours sort of blending, and if you don't have much time, this is definitely really good to use. However, at the moment, like I said, I'm not wearing any foundation today, and I recently was sent these high definition sticks. I have actually made a blog post about these because I have absolutely loved them. And at the moment, what I use every day for my bronzer sort of contour, I use this sun stick. It is absolutely amazing. It's super creamy. The formula is really nice, and it's super easy to apply. So what I do is I just put it on. I put a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my cheeks and around my nose, and then it just blends in really well. And yeah, I just love it. The only thing that I dislike about this product is that there's not much product in there. So as you can see, it's quite a large sample, like product, but this is all that's really in it. And I feel that for the price, now I can't remember exactly how much it was, but I will link these items in the description below. I feel that for the price, they could really give you a little bit more product. Nevertheless, I do really love it, and regardless of how much it is definitely it's definitely become one of my favourite products that I will just continue to repurchase because it just works so well for me. It lasts me all day, and I think for somebody that just, like I said earlier, I love beauty, but I'm also very lazy with it. I find that this is just a really easy product to use. So definitely check it out. And also I forgot to mention the other thing that I do at the moment. After I use the sun stick, I do go back with the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and just apply a little bit of the bronzer over it just to mattify it a little bit more, as the high definition contour stick is very creamy. But yeah, I just find that it works really well and I really love it. So next I would also use the Charlotte Tilbury 5-minute face on the go. And the only thing that I really use from this palette is the blushes. They are so gorgeous, and I don't know if I'll be able to swatch these, but I'm going to try. So I'm swatching these now, and so that you can tell. So I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up really well, but I like to mix them both together. So one is really sort of a bright pink, the other one is more of a peach. I do really love the peach shade, but I tend to sort of mix them together, and I find that they're just really beautiful. The other thing that I do really use from this palette is the highlighter. I tend to use it if I'm going out somewhere because it really is a popping highlighter, and but I do love it. And I also like to bring this palette away on holiday with me because there has been times if I'm going away for a weekend that I just want to bring a really small makeup bag, so I won't bring the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. I'll just bring this, and I will use the bronzer in here, which is also really good. So I'll just use this as my eyeshadow and everything else. But yeah, and I must also mention, as I said earlier, because I do have really sensitive eyes, these Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows do not irritate my eyes as well, so I do sometimes use these ones on my eyelids as well because they don't irritate them. So finally, my all-time cult product is this lip combo. So for anybody that knows me, you all know how much I absolutely love the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. They are amazing. They're the best eyeliners I have ever tried, but simply because they're creamy, they apply really easily, and they really last the whole day. They don't budge. And my favourite one is the Iconic Nude. As you can tell, this is, I believe, my second or third liner that I get through. I do need to sharpen it, and it's just, I'm wearing it today I sort of lined my lips, and it will stay on the whole day, and I absolutely love it. I don't even need to bring it out with me because it will stay. And I tend to sort of always apply it with the Yash lipstick in the MAC Yash, and I tend to apply it with one of the MAC lipsticks that I also really love, and it's this one. It's Yash, and I'm wearing it today. As you can tell, it doesn't look like the shade that it actually comes out to be, but it's just a beautiful sort of nude colour. I do sort of switch them around. Sometimes I'll use the Yash. I do really like Honey Love as well, but at the moment this is the one that I'm using every day. And yeah, so that is everything. That is literally the makeup that I use on a daily basis. It takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to do my makeup every day. Now I know that for some of you that still might seem like a really long time, but equally I have friends that will take at least 40 minutes in the morning doing their makeup. So I feel that like 10 to 15 minutes is the sort of right amount of time for me in the mornings to spend just doing my makeup. And on the whole, this sort of look will last me the whole day using the products that I have just shown you. So yeah, it's just what works for me. I didn't include the brushes that I use to apply these the makeup because I felt like that was a whole separate sort of video, and I didn't want this to be a super long video for you. So on the whole, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. That is it. Literally, that is all that I have in my makeup bag. Yeah, like, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have ever tried any of the products that I have talked about in this video, and let me know your thoughts. I will link all the items down below if I can find them. I'm pretty sure that you could still purchase all of these products, so I will link them down below. And apart from that, if you have enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope that I will see you all really soon. Bye guys!